Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. I have an 850 shifter assembly for sale. This came out of a 96 850. It should work for all of the 850 cars. This one does not shift without you pushing a button. Occasionally you'll have one that'll have that button there broken, and if that is broken, you can shift this in all the gears without pushing in the button or the brake. But this one, you push the button, it'll come out of park, go down to 3, push it again, it'll go to L, push it up to neutral, push it and it'll go to reverse, push it again, it'll go to park. So this is a working assembly. It has a mild dent there by the L and another one by the R. Other than that, it works great. If you have this piece here, you can replace that on top of it. But this is the working shifter assembly. It does not come with the knob. What's happening, folks? It is tinker time. And Byron actually has the cleanest car on the lot, man. Look at that thing. He got it cleaned up yesterday. They could have done better on the wheels. I just noticed this thing has some serious orange peel, maybe some body repair there. Probably the first time the car has been cleaned now. You can normally tell that a car has a lot of miles according to the wear on that front of that hood. You know, that's almost 300,000 miles worth of wear on that hood. So, you know, that's kind of the thing. If you get your hood repainted or put a tape-on bra on it and take it off, replace it every few years, you can keep the front of your car looking nice. But hey, we're about to dig in here and deal with this dash, man. Byron's dash is horrible. Got a lot of movement. Oh heck, it don't feel like it's moving much here, but it's moving a lot over there. So we're gonna pull this dash, reinforce it. He probably got one mount holding. Heck no, I doubt he got any mounts holding this dash together. But we're gonna pull this dash, re-secure this mount, and put this dash back together. There you have it, folks. 300,000 miles worth of wear and tear on this car. I don't know why anybody has their fan on a setting instead of auto. But let's go ahead and disconnect the battery. It is time for a cabin filter. Not sure when this was replaced. I don't think I've ever installed that brand, so I'm not sure if I got that from... No, I would have dated it. I didn't do this one, I don't think. But it is past due. Let's take it out. I'm going to vacuum this stuff out. Make sure I don't get no dirt down there and work on getting the cabin filter in. Not real sure why this turbo's hooked up like this. Got the... I don't know if that's a coolant line or not. I guess it's a coolant line coming up, zigzagging up on the firewall. And then, of course, this car has the firewall junction bypass. I don't know if the coolant lines are hooked up to it or not. I guess he has heat. He didn't complain about not having heat. So that's that. All-wheel drive shaft is sitting, pointing back there. I think this is the M66 out of the S40. See that drive shaft there? That goes back to the all-wheel drive system. We're all done out here. Quick and easy, other than vacuuming that up. So let me grab my vacuum cleaner so that stuff doesn't fall down in there. Rut-row, this car has aftermarket stuff installed, which normally creates custom wiring, which normally creates you to have to cut wires to get stuff out. So wrestling with the idea of taking the dash pad off or taking it all out together, I think I'm going to take the dash pad off. Maybe the lack of that weight on the dash will prevent some things from getting busted even further. So let me go ahead and take this dash pad out and then work on getting the dash out with all this extra stuff and these wirings that's not functional, because this radar detector has been gone long ago. Not quite what I expected. I expected that stuff to be soldered or pinned on, and it's just twisted on. So I'm going to go ahead and twist those off, take a picture of how it's on there, so I can get that back on the same way. Custom radio install. I removed the bezel carefully, set it down there. I'll remove these 4 Phillips screws, set them out of the way, pull the radio out, disconnect it, and then there looks like screws down there and maybe up top, screwing the casing for this touchscreen radio in. I dropped the second one down there somewhere, so I need to run a magnet down there. So you need to do these by hand or have a magnet next to them when you pull them out. So I got my little magnet, antenna magnet there. Had to grab this radio with this needle nose pliers, pull this thing out of here. Let me get it out a little bit more. Hopefully I can unplug it, then unplug the climate control. This is probably the heaviest radio I've ever pulled out of a car. That green plug was plugged in, and these plugs here was plugged in. The only one that wasn't plugged in, that last one there. And there's the wiring diagram for the stereo, and that's the mess we got back there. Good luck with that. So we got one mount shattered but still intact. The other mount sitting up there totally broke off, and this mount here is totally broke off sitting down there. So I gotta glue or epoxy those. I gotta pull that screw down here and then disconnect this wire harness, and this thing should come out. I'm gonna leave the cluster connected to that, kind of protect this from breaking. It looks like it's already got a crack in it for some reason. But I don't like disconnecting this antenna ring, because the antenna ring is sensitive, has a sensitive plug, and you mess with that plug too often and then your car won't start with that magic juice situation. So let me go ahead and unplug this wire harness down here and see if this thing's ready to come out. Man, somebody's got a whole rag jammed in over the dash over there. They did not want to pull this dash and fix it. I see a couple of wires tapped in right here. My bet is going to be those wires need to be disconnected, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect those. Got it out. Let me clean up my tools and call it a night. We have shut it down for the night. We'll pick it up in the morning and glue this thing together, support it, get it installed. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.